Well, I went to the toilet about 5 minutes ago.
You went to
Let
the
me
toilet.
tell you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, we don't have a toilet anymore. Plumber had to come and pull it out. We had to get it replaced.
They unplumbed our plumbing.
They unplumbed the toilet.
We got unplumbed. I have to pee in a bottle. It's a milk bottle. Hard bottles. Goes up the handle. Oh. Comes back out again. It's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, but you piss.
Oh. Hello, and welcome to the TweeCast. I love when you're like, have you ever just been like, fuck, I don't know where the toilet is, and you like drank like a liter thing of like Gatorade, for example, and you're like, this went through me, and so you're just sitting there and you're like, oh, now I've got a full bottle of Gatorade.
How small is your bladder?
It's not that small. No, when I drink a lot of shit, it's like, it goes through me, like most people, but it's just like,
So, to be fair.
this has only ever happened once, and that was just because I was like, I literally can't be bothered hunting down the toilet. I'll be here for fucking 15 minutes. I got to go now.
Just whip it out in front of like a crowd of people.
No, I was in the back of a car. I feel like,
that makes sense.
no. It was a public place, and I was just like, okay, I'll start from the start of the story. So we went to like a speed race esque sort of thing where like they do like laps, except it was like crashing was allowed and stuff. And I was just like, I got a headache, so I went to go lie down for a bit, and I butt chugged Gatorade, literally as the story tells. And I'm like,
cure to a headache. The only cure to a headache.
yeah, Gatorade. And so I'm like, shit, I need to shit, pretty much. I need to pee. So I was just like the entire time just popping my head up, being like, oh, no one's watching, no one's around. Okay. All right, there's a quarter. Alright, I'm good again. And I got a full bottle. I'm like, now I've got a bottle of piss. This smells like shit. I kid you not. Go out of the car. Yeet! Just fucking went back to sleep. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. Someone else can.
What abortion look like? I don't want this.
I just didn't want to have to deal with the pee.
Bro,
This is someone else's problem.
We were getting some plumbing done. It's like the toilet was out.
Yeah.
Like, the entire day. I don't know why, but like I really had to like pee. Like went from like 0 to like 110 real quick.
Yeah.
And I looked in the kitchen and I was like to Mum, I really gotta pee. She's like, just go in a bottle. You're a guy, do it. And you know how my bedroom's like right across from the bathroom?
Yeah.
No cap. I took a like empty milk bottle, went into my room, and I tried being so quiet about it because I hear the people talking. I was like, they saw me come in here with an empty milk bottle.
Come out with my gun.
I came out with it too.
Did they look at you?
I had to time it so they weren't looking. Like, I was putting out like a gap in my door. I'm like, okay, turn around, open the door, sprinted out, threw it in the bin, sprinted back in, and I was like, nothing happened, we're fine.
God. This is a lovely start to the first episode of the podcast, just talking about piss.
It's like I said, you can only go up. It's only up from here.
Yeah, it's only up. So, how's your holidays been, like, and shit? Legit, how the fuck is your holidays been?
Before Christmas, great. Christmas, don't remember that. Too much alcohol. Okay, what's the day after Christmas? Boxing Day?
Yeah.
My head was killing me.
Damn.
And like, no cap, from like the 2nd to the 6th, or 2nd to the 5th, I was just hanging out with Anna most of the time.
Oh, yeah. So it was just
like,
a calm...
Yeah,
chill
and since the 5th, Anna's been out and out of bounds, so I've just been sitting in my desk watching YouTube, to be fair.
Like a loser.
Cooking. Oh,
Like an absolute fucking loser. If you're a real
I'll
man,
fight
you get a
you.
real job.
I have a job. Okay,
Like
I'm
me.
sorry I don't get paid $23 an hour to fold cardboard boxes. God forbid you should break your back lifting cardboard. Is that too heavy?
You should see my fucking arms. I feel like the emo kid. Like there's that many cuts from the boxes. They're deadly.
What are you in the
I'm
British
not
boxes? Put out shivs so you can touch me, I'll kill you.
The fucking no, because like you go to like oh no, that's not the most deadliest thing in the like it's not even like bad.
It's the machinery.
No, it's the fucking if a box like we have a machine right, and it like pushes the boxes down, but sometimes it doesn't fold correctly, so the box just comes out like flat, and there's a conveyor belt that pushes it right. And you've got to be careful because hot glue was recently applied to it, so you got to grab it at specific spots. I used to have like blisters on like one of my fingers, like 3 of them, because I just grab it. I'm like, ah, fuck!
That's what I do at work. Like, I put a tray in the oven and I go to take it out, and for some reason my brain doesn't register this is going to be hot. So I put my bare hand on the tray, grab down, and I'm sitting there like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And then my brain clicks, and I just throw the tray onto the oven. Like, I'm pretty sure I have no more fingerprints on my right hand.
Like fucking.
Okay, my fingers are smooth. Like people are like, "Oh my god, you have such soft hands. You must not work a lot." Like, no, I have calluses. They just got burned off. I've sizzled them away.
I'm actually really enjoying the box factory.
I would too if I got paid $23 an hour.
I got the first paycheck and I was like, damn.
Money.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And like, my mom's like, I said to my mom, I might spend some money. I might get like some things.
I might
for my
splash
computer.
out.
And my mom's like, no, you're saving it for this year. You need money for university. And I'm like, yeah, I know I do, but like, I wouldn't mind spending like $200 on a new monitor. Just so I have,
You're
so I
not
can stop
going to
using
use it.
an old TV. I'm gonna use it because I don't want to use an old fucking TV.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
Might as well just, if I do buy a new one, I might as well just give this old TV to you. It was like $20.
I wouldn't use it though. Like I have like 3 TVs in the back room that I just don't use. It's like I did use it when I used my PlayStation a lot, but ever since I got my PC, I just plugged my PlayStation into the lounge TV and
Forget about it.
I actually have. Like, I opened the cupboard to find some wipes. I'm like, oh yeah, forgot about that.
Wait, I've just been. Fuck it.
Well done.
It's like, I really should, like, oh, I've got my Xbox hooked up, I might as well play it, and then I'm like, no, I don't feel it, and then it's like a week passes, and I'm like, I feel it now, but like, people want me to play games, playing a lot of Dead by Daylight. I'm really enjoying playing Dead by Daylight with like Cooper and Brian and Caden and shit. It's very
part about that game was the hackers.
It is very fun when you actually have a full lobby of survivors you're playing with.
A group, yeah.
Yeah.
I might reinstall it.
You probably should because we're playing it a lot. We're pretty much playing it every day. I think they're playing it right now. Let me just.
Can we store
sorry, I can't check because if I check on the recording. That link, are they playing it? Tell me are they playing Dead by Daylight? Yes. Stalk them, good. Oh, they are. Okay, that's sweet.
Rob's playing Spiritfarer, whatever that is.
Alright.
Caden is.
How
have your holidays been, Tyler?
Oh, for Christmas.
How you went through like so many different moods. Like,
whoa!
You know,
my brain has just translated that to the gif from the first Terminator movie where the person gets lit ablaze and they just turn to a skeleton and just, that's just that. It's what happened. The range of emotions.
Stress from Christmas must be really hitting you hard.
No, it's been pretty good. Like, I've just been working on videos, project ideas, things like that. In my off time. And then, like, I was like, I told you about that. Like, the place I was originally going to were like, yeah, we'll let you in. And then they dicked around with me, so I got.
Was that the ones that never got back to you?
They still haven't got back to me to this day.
Bro, that's what happened to me. I applied for a job in the nursery. They never got back to me.
Yeah. I sent 2 applications because apparently they didn't have the first one, and then they took around, and then I'm like, all right, I'll put some new ones in, blah blah blah. I sent that on Sunday. I got emails first thing Monday and a phone call first thing Monday, like, yeah, we need people. When can you work? And I'm like, as soon as possible. I don't really care, tomorrow. And she's like, cool, meet you there at 7:15. I'm like, sweet. Yeah, so they're pretty much on the spot, pretty much hiring, and then I just had to fill out paper. I did my first drug test too.
Yeah.
They made me pee into one of those
They're
little
not
cup
that bad.
things. You know, it wasn't too bad. I was like, she's like, don't worry, you have nothing to be afraid of. If you
Unless you have something to be afraid
unless
of.
you have something to be afraid of, pretty much, yeah. And I'm like, she's like, have you done any sort of substances in the last 3 weeks or something? And I'm like, she mean like any substance? So I'm like, oh, I had like a Panadol like 2 days ago, and I had to take some hay fever stuff. And she's like, the hay fever stuff won't affect on it. We'll write that down. And so if something comes up, we'll know it's that. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Yeah. And it's just been,
that's gonna get sacked.
It's just been pretty much going to work. It's waking up at 6:30, which is, you may think, ooh, but like I get there at, I leave home pretty much at 7. Get there at 7:30 because it's half an hour drive. It's not too bad. It's quite a good drive. I just listen to music and I just fucking sing my heart out.
Crash.
Almost have.
Kidding.
Kidding. And then I just get there and I work. We'll just do pretty much, what was it, 8 hours work. Leave at 4, and come home, and I just have a shower, edit till dinner time, and as you can see by the time right now, I'm on playing games.
6 o'clock. Oh no! Oh my god, Tyler's on. Whoa.
Yeah.
Bro, if you work like 1 hour shift,
yeah, it's 8 hours.
in the same time it takes me to work 2.
Yeah, and it's Monday to Friday, so it's pretty good, and I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying it because, like, I'm like saying to myself, I'm here, I want to do as much as possible, sort of mentality. And it has been noted. I've only been working here for like a week and a bit, almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the boss man, who I like to call Boss Man Tim, I'm the only person who does it. It's weird. I just called him that because his name's Tim. I've just been like, he's just been like, you've been doing a good job today, and I'm like, thanks.
You've been buttering him up.
Yeah. Next, he's my piece of toast. No, I've just been no, I've not been buttering up. He's just been saying I'm doing a good job, and people have been like
buttering you up.
Like one of the ladies there were like, you've been doing a good job. Like, I see you come to work, you do things, and you haven't got like a finger up your ass. I'm like, thanks.
You're doing a job. Well done.
Yeah, like, because obviously she's been working there, like, because it's seasonal, so like, yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah. You can't be there all year, but obviously she's been working there for like a couple years seasonal, and obviously there've been people who have been hired and don't do anything.
Yeah,
like I was told a story. I can't like go into like much about the workplace because it's part of like thing. But like, I've been told a story about there were 2 people who worked there for 3 days. They worked 2 days fine, and then they were like, "All right, we're gonna work on this machine." And this machine is what do they call it? One of the names is called the Terminator, and another one I think was like
where's it going?
The Slapper, because
oh my
it's it likes to shove a lot of things in its mouth. Yeah, they give it these names, and this machine made these 2 people quit. They didn't even accept. They didn't. And they're pretty sure they didn't even get paid for the week because they just left. They left halfway through the day. They were like, "No, we can't do this shit."
Really?
Yeah, I hate this machine too. This is the machine that gives me all the cuts because the cardboard boxes are fucking sharp. But it's a good machine though. When it wants to work, you can get through
the job though.
Yeah,
you know, the lack of limbs,
the lack of limbs,
missing appendages.
Yeah, no, I've just been enjoying it. It's a good job. It gets some good money I could save up for this year now.
Doesn't sound like it's too hard work either. Like, goddamn.
No, it's.
Can't complain.
your legs kind of get a little bit sore from standing for like 8 hours.
yeah,
but like
that's to be expected.
by the time I drive home, my legs are fine. So
Yeah,
yeah, so it's been pretty good work.
fair enough.
And
Don't complain about that.
yeah, so we'll move on. We'll move on from work to schooling again. How does it feel to be the head boy of the school, Gordon? Good on you.
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't told anything.
Something you should do is what we did just as a year group is make a group chat and like Messenger or something.
I'll forget
really
about
useful.
me. Don't you worry.
It's really useful. But like, you excited for this year's with schooling, Gordon?
Actually, yeah.
You get to go
Looking
on
forward
the
to the
leadership
tram.
camp. Leadership camp's not bad. I will tell
I'm
you, it
looking
is
forward to the tram
I
on the
I
camp.
no, the camp was way funner in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, except for they play a game with you.
Right.
There's a game they not like anything, not like saw or anything. They're not gonna fucking like dong on rump with that shit or anything. They,
Where's this going?
no, because they play a
Games
game
that
with
make
you.
you
That's such a
play.
confused scene. No, so there's like a game. There's like a thing they do with you where it's like you got to twist people around like to get them get them through a certain pattern.
Mm-hmm.
They will not let you. They will wake you up at 5 in the morning if you don't get this.
Oh my god.
And they'll do it every day. They'll keep you doing it every day till you solve it. It took us like 2 hours to solve it, so it wasn't too bad. So we weren't.
Have you seen my year group?
Yeah, no, I
Don't
think
get
you'll
me wrong.
struggle. Not to be mean, but I think you'll struggle.
Like, don't get me wrong, they're nice people when they want to
it's
be.
just
But
it's just team building exercises pretty much the entire time. It's a very fun camp though. And
the joke's on them. I don't sleep. Fools. They can't
Yeah.
wake me up if I'm not asleep.
it is a very fun because you do a lot of team building stuff. I think the best team building. There are two really good team building things. One is you literally given a piece of rope and 2
You have to tie
trees,
noose. Got that?
and you make a hammock out of Gordon.
You tie the arms, you tie the legs, I'll tie my neck.
It's like a problem. I don't mind telling you here, Vance, because they say there's certain things you can't say to people who are doing it next year. This is not one of them. And it's just basically one person can go across and tie it on the other side, and you have to get everyone across.
Well, that's easy enough.
It sounds easy enough. It took us about 40 minutes because you got to make
Yeah.
it really tight. So there was a lot of like sitting around waiting because only one person can go across and do that sort of thing. The other really fun thing is, I will say this is fun. You go for like a 2-hour tramp.
Let's go.
To go up on like a riverside, and then you get to like near a beach, and you get given a shit ton of tires and some
Where's this
rope,
going now?
and you hang yourself like and it has a hammock.
My two
And
favorite
then you
things.
make a raft. There's 2 teams because you'll be in 2 teams for tramping, and you make a raft, and you've got to swim up. You got to paddle upstream.
That's easy enough. Oh boy, I hope I'm with all the boys.
Sorry, downstream. Paddle downstream.
Oh, never mind then, just float.
Yeah, you can float, but like they make it a race.
Puncture their people team's tires. I'll be my team's flag.
Our team won, but that's just because the other team sort of the wave got quite wide, and we knew we had knew the beach we came on and off were both on the right side of this river. Sorry,
River.
they're both on the right side, so we try to stick to the right as far as possible. They were way ahead, but they went way out to the left, so they had to pretty much do like a
turn.
sharp. So we pretty much reached the beach at the same time, and then it was just whoever got this stuff up because you had to take apart the boat. And luckily ours was pretty much apart by that point, so we
We
won.
had lost a tire.
We lost Billy. He's still floating down the river. He's like, ah!
We had to carry more stuff, but honestly,
If you can't swim, then they don't make you do it, which is I guess makes sense.
you are in a raging river. You know, come on now. No, I am looking forward to
People
this
fall
year.
off. the raft,
Gonna
you can easily catch up.
be me. Just kick your leg once and you're on the boat again. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
it's a very fun thing. And then you go on the tramp like a week later, and oh boy, I was limping by the end of day 3 and
I'm
throughout
actually
day
looking
4.
forward to the tramp. I quite like tramping.
It gets quite tiresome. You are doing the easier route though, aren't you? Like the easier route by far, but still.
I think so, because there's only the one group.
Yeah, still, because the other one that is just borderline me. It's all uphill for 4 days.
Yeah, that'd suck.
Well, not really all up, but like it's just more intense uphills, and then you have the downhills. Like
You just drop off a shit cliff. And down we go.
like day 1 is okay. Going the easier route, day 1 is flat until you have to go pretty much up for like half an hour, and it's very steep. And that is probably the most brutal up of the entire trip. Because it's you just all of a sudden
like a couple hours in, it's all good.
You're walking, it's pretty flat, there's some uphill, there's some downhill, and it's just like a fucking
Death
volcano
himself.
shooting out of the like a volcano shooting out of the fucking ground and fucking burning people alive. It just ascends.
I'm in decent enough shape.
Yeah, it goes up.
Yeah.
And then you sort of just go flat for like another hour, and then you sort of camp. That's where we camped. We camped near like a river. You kind of got to do that. And then day 2 is more flat, following like a river. They're pretty much following the river until you get to a point where they're like, "All right, we're going up," and you pretty much that's like. And so it is another lot of up, but this one is more rocky, so you can take your time a bit more. So it's not like
At least you got footholds.
yeah, it's more you're following the river up the hill, and it's not as bad because it's just up, and it's like it's steep but like rocky, so you've got like grips.
Yeah.
And then like you get to the very top of that, and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. And then you got to go up the Skreeg or whatever the fuck it's called.
The what?
And that is pretty much a 70-degree angle of rock. You are pretty... Yeah.
I worked out the angle in my head.
60 to 70 degrees. It's quite steep. Yeah. Since, I'm not the fittest boy. I'm not the fittest.
Needs to be fit under the zone.
I was lying, once we were on top of that, I think I was lying down for 10 minutes without moving. I was pretty much deceased at that point. And then you go downhill, and then there's a little campsite, and that's where that's like, they'll make the camp there, because that's like the flat halfway point. It's really good spot to camp. And then, day 3, you go up a little bit, and then you go straight down, like, it's downhill, this shit's slippery. Downhill for like 2 hours. Flat along like the river again, like day 2. And then there's like, you go into a bush, you go up, you go up, you go up, and then you sort of just like go flat for a bit, and you go down a little bit. And then when we camped day 3, there was actually like a shack thing you can sort of stay in. You pay like $1.
Yeah.
So they brought $1 for everyone, pretty much, put it in there.
Dang.
And then you sort of sleep. You get to sleep indoors. The other group didn't do that because they just keep going. They keep going for like another like hour that way. Like
They got lost.
yeah, but there's a little shack, and there's like it's right next to like a lake, so you can go skinny dipping if you want to. I didn't partake in skinny dipping. I was playing poker. There were like 3 boys who were like, all right, we're going skinny dipping. Anyone else want to come? And I'm like,
I got a full house. Give me that. I'm going all in.
yeah. So we're just playing like card games. I'm pretty sure we were playing poker at that time. We were playing K's and A's a lot though.
I don't know what any of this is. I know what poker is, but I don't know what K's and A's is.
Oh fuck! It's like get rid of your hand. It's not that complicated. I can't remember. It's been literally a year since I played it.
Yeah, almost. I'm like a month.
And then yeah, so it's a pretty good tramp overall. But like my god, it's tiresome. Like they recommend you get like clothes for every day. Just wear the same fucking clothes for 4 days. You'll smell like shit. You'll smell like shit when you get home. Just take a shower.
Like I'm a guy. I'm gonna smell bad anyway.
The only
It doesn't
like
matter.
it's like day 1. I'm like, oh yeah, I got some like thermal leggings and thermal everything sort of thing on, and I keep those on. I got my little like hat, my adventurer hat, Indiana Jones style. And then like day 2, I'm like, oh, I gotta put the stuff back on because I don't want to put on new stuff because that's gonna get dirty. So I'll just put it back on. Oh, I'll get used to it. And then day 3, I'm like, all right, let's go. Like, yeah.
Fair enough.
I will say, it's fun, but tramping's not for me.
I mean, as long as you enjoyed the tramp.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of school, you know how we got our results in today?
Yeah,
the
I hate.
exams.
Yeah.
I got excellence on my DTT one,
Yeah.
and I'm actually really upset about that because I would have been merit endorsed, but because OneNote screwed me over and didn't let me send my second iteration of my game to Tommy, I can only get achieved endorsed.
That's not even an endorsement, is it?
It is. From this year, it is.
Oh, you can get achievement endorsed?
Yeah.
I'm... Okay.
I mean, that's what it said on the website.
I don't want to talk about mine.
I mean, to be fair, I failed almost all the other ones.
Yeah, it's just sad. I will say it. You know my artboard?
Mm-hmm.
Not achieved.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know, according to this right here, so I have 4 credits now, and I'm just like really upset. I don't know how that got not achieved.
That was banging.
Yeah. And then both my calculus ones I got not achieved, but like I wasn't expecting much out of one of those. Yeah. But like I got merit endorsed in history. That's pretty cool.
Let's go.
Yeah. And merit endorsed in DT. Was it the year? Hold on, DT. DT exam. Oh, the exam I got excellence in. So.
That exam's pretty easy though.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only exam I go into being like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah. But like,
bro, I only got an achieved in my history one. I didn't
got
even attempt the essay.
I got a merit. My thing
Bud.
didn't take easily. Sorry, who's becoming the history teacher? I love.
Oh, maybe that's right.
I love how like, out of the 3 things I put a lot of effort into this year, the 3 classes I put like heaps of effort into, 2 of them come out with that not achieved.
Let me guess. Art.
Yeah.
DT.
Yeah.
You're like, it's not history coming on.
It's calc.
Oh, calc.
History, I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna type away. Oh, I got merit endorsement. I barely try, to be honest, with that, and it sucks that I didn't get like. It sucks that like the ones I actually tried with, I didn't get the best results, but like it is what it is.
I put a lot of effort into my physics ones, and I was like, oh, not achieved. I'm not surprised, but
it is. I mean, because like it is what it is. Because like you don't need it. Like you only just need level 3, which is the bloody credits. 14 credits, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Like that's what I've been thinking. I'm like, I don't even need the exams to get into uni.
No, I
didn't.
My mind, I had it because I assumed my artboard would get achieved.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm good because I finished my graphics. And so that's that. Because my mind, the only reason I did graphics is because I'm like, it's easy to pass. Like, really easy to pass. It's hard to get better things in. So I was like, if I pick a subject that I don't hate and I will pass it, I get 1 subject. And then I was like, oh, I have DT. Oh, and I have history, which I was like, oh yeah, I'll have history because the exam is not too bad. And I was like, okay, so I'll be fine because I assumed art also and DT. I didn't assume calc because I was like, eh.
Calc's calc.
I mean, I didn't hate calc. I gotta do a calc paper this year.
If someone offers me a calc paper, I'm gonna threaten them.
For the first semester, I gotta do a calc paper, a computer science paper, and a management paper.
Wait, are you doing calc? Do you have to do calc when you do game design?
I have to, well, they say I have to do some sort of mathematics with it. And so they were like, what mathematics do you know? And I was like, oh, I did calculus this year. And they're like, alright, you're doing another calculus one. I'm like, fine. Calculus is good for what I'm doing anyway, because you kind of need that kind of math.
Yay, calculus, whoa.
Gordon, you do physics. You can kill yourself at any time.
Physics is easier than calculus. There is a method to physics. Calculus just really wants me to tie a noose.
If I could have done something else, I probably would have done physics, though, to be honest.
Physics
Physics is the one I can understand.
is honestly easy. Well, I say it's easy, but it's partially easy.
Like, looking back at, like, year 11 when science was compulsory, they pretty much did the basics of all three of them, and physics was the one I did pretty good at, and the other ones I fucking just, like, barely achieved, because, like...
I failed physics in year 11.
I couldn't fucking do biology. That shit was whack, and I couldn't fucking do chemistry at all, because I was like, ah. So...
Really?
No,
if you couldn't do chemistry, physics wouldn't have been...
I could sort of do... Like, that was the one I was meh at. Like, it was still, like, achieved, but, like...
Yeah. Because we did atomics in physics, which is basically just chemistry, with radiation involved.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the one I was good at, so I'm like, damn, I should have just gone down chemistry. But no, one science is more than enough. Two? Oh.
And you can be like some mad lads who did 3, you know who.
Anna does 3.
Anna does 3?
Anna does 3. She's doing 3 this year as well.
Does she want the fat noose around her neck?
She's dating me, what are you... It's gotta come out at some point.
You're the noose. She just picks you up and just like a fucking balloon.
Pretzel. Pretty entertaining, eh? Like, even though my spinal cord snapped, it's really entertaining.
Yeah. Spinal... You ever just drink spinal fluid?
Anyway. Oh, how do we go from science to drinking spinal fluid?
You mentioned spinal cord snapping. I just want to say something fucking... I like doing that. I like saying something random that makes no sense in the conversation sometimes, because it's just funny.
Wouldn't it just be bone marrow?
Liquid bone marrow.
Or blood?
Good for your spleen.
Good for spleen, friend.
Yes.
Oh my god. Whew. I'm gonna drink spine fluid, god damn it.
Can I mention something that I've noticed recently? With America and stuff? No, not to get political. This is not politically motivated.
It is.
It seems that, like... Okay, how many times have you heard anything about America in the news in the last year?
I'm pretty sure it's been, like, daily.
Really? Like big things that are happening.
Big headlines? I don't know. I don't really watch the news. I just hear them complaining about America.
Yeah, there's not many. You hear the occasional thing.
Well, it's because Trump was a twat trying to start a war every second day.
Yeah! This is not politically motivated, but when he was in office, I got sick of fucking opening up, like, Twitter or Reddit or something and seeing him doing something, and it was just getting annoying. Like, I don't care about this country. I care about my own country more than that country.
I couldn't care less what happens over there as long as I don't bring it over here.
I love the term pandemic that they use. Like, oh yeah, every other country would be fine with them releasing a deadly virus because he wanted it or some shit. Like, no, it doesn't make sense.
I know. This is why I don't get political.
Yeah, I don't get political. I'm not trying to get... This is not politically motivated, but it just seems like this not... You don't care as much about America compared to when he was in office.
It's gone quiet.
It's... They did get really high COVID cases. Like, it was, like, groundbreaking. That was, like, one I heard because it was pretty big. That was because of
Omicron coming out, though.
It was, like, 250,000 almost. One day. Yeah. Like, if you look at the graph and it's like, oh, it's really low.
But that's like nothing compared to America's population. Like if that hit here,
Yeah, if
New Zealand would
if
go
a
into
quarter of a
debt.
million got it,
That's like an eighth.
Biden Eden.
It's like an eighth of our population. A tenth, maybe.
20th.
A 20th?
A 20th. We've got about 5 million now.
500,000.
5 million.
No, but half a million cases.
Quarter of a million
You said
cases.
half a million. Oh, that's bad.
My bad. It was a quarter of a million if I did say half a million.
I don't know if you said it or if it just got into my brain, but there it is.
I'll go back and I'll check, and then you get Discord message in like 2 days. And
I was right.
You get Discord message just saying, "Ha! Fucking told you!" or radio silence.
It's radio silence. I watched the podcast back and like, oh, you're full.
Oh, you just manipulate the fucking audio track.
You can tell it's like very clearly been cut and like from it's just you think about 500,000.
It's some shit like that.
It's just really bad.
Like, I love that's like I just love when people edit things horribly.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of editing things, have you watched Smiling Friends yet?
No.
The only reason this went into my mind is because there's an episode where there's a witch, and you can tell that how they made the witch, because the witch like flies away because it's been defeated, and it just flies away in like a sporadic pattern into the sky, like really shit. Like it's just like rotating away. And keeps like it is a very good show. Like I really enjoyed. I watched it twice. I don't do that often. I watched it once by myself, and then I rewatched the entire thing with Brandon Cooper, pretty much.
Mm.
It is a very it falls victim to the Chekhov's gun rule.
What one's that?
So if a movie shows a gun early on, it's got to use it, sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of times in a lot of episodes where they say something stupid at the start, and then at the very end of the episode it pays off.
Yeah.
Like 6 of the 8 episodes do that. Like,
I mean, that's not bad.
Spoiler for episode. Trying to think of one. But they just use a lot. Episode 6.
Yeah.
At the start of the episode, I think I've already mentioned this to you, but I'm gonna say it again. At the start of the episode, like Charlie's like, "Oh, hey man, the Renaissance men are coming to town." He's like, "Oh, the Renaissance men, what does that mean?" And they dwell on it for like a solid like 30 seconds, and at the very end of the episode, they just the Renaissance men apparently just come in and just kill two characters, just kill 2 people, and then like, was that the Renaissance men? It's like, yeah, pretty much. Like it's just so. They do that a lot with that show. It's not like I hate it, but it's quite funny.
I mean, as long as it's funny, you know.
Yeah, it's very funny.
I got back into watching Avatar: The Last Airbender
again
for like no cap, like the 5th time.
You need to watch new shows.
That's a fair point.
Fuck, I need to. I haven't enough time to watch things, so like I'm putting all the time I would watch things in like the weekends, and I didn't realize that they released like half a season of Demon Slayer, and I'm like, fuck. The only reason I know this is because one of the main characters have tits now, and they're 12. No, I was like, I asked Cooper this, and I was like, why the fuck does she have tits when she's 12? And then Cooper's like, alright, so you've heard of anime powering up, right? She's fucking cracked right now.
She's cracked on the sticks.
Yeah. No,
that's understandable.
Yeah. It is what it is. Anime does its own thing, but like, I need to catch up there on that.
I started watching Fairy Tail.
Again, we've finished it, sort of thing. Finishing what you left off.
I finished. What do you mean Fairy Tail?
I thought you said you were already watching Fairy Tail like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I finished it like a week ago.
Ah, okay.
There's like 48 episodes on Netflix, and I was talking to Nathaniel about it. He's like, "Oh, there's like another like 100."
Yeah,
not on Netflix. I'm like,
Netflix doesn't get everything. I think the only ones I saw on Netflix that had
70% stuff.
had all the 70%. The only other anime thing I saw in there was JoJo. That had every episode. They caught up with that because they were like, "Oh, this will be money for that." That was a good business decision because they would definitely make bank off of that because they're the first people who had access to it.
Yeah,
for JoJo, so like, it was a good investment opportunity.
Business decision, yeah.
Speaking of business opportunity, that's a good segue. Did you hear what Microsoft did recently?
What, buying? Was it
Activision for $68.7 billion?
Yeah,
yeah.
That'll be a step up for the Activision.
Not just a step up. It's like Microsoft now owns it, and people like. I love people like. I don't. There was a tweet that just said, "I don't know if I should be grateful or fearful for gaming."
Microsoft isn't British, is it?
No, Microsoft's American.
Okay, good. That means the colonies aren't coming back.
I mean, if you think about it, your computer's running off of Microsoft. Most of the things you use on Microsoft. Microsoft is a giant. Microsoft owns a lot of things. I feel like it's going to be a corporate battle war between Microsoft and Disney soon. They're both going to want the same property.
So corrupting Disney.
They're both going to want the same property somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like, uh-oh. And it's going to be like, $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion, $4 billion. It's just going to be like a tie back and forth. $1.6 trillion, $1.7 trillion sold to Disney Plus.
When that happens, that will be a banger of a battle, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because each company's got like more money than they know what to do with.
And speaking of a banger of the battle, I'm getting these segues fucking good. No, did you hear about the Pokemon getting sued by Ninja and his wife thing?
See, I generally stay away from Twitch beef, but
it's quite funny. I don't know much about it. The only thing I know about it is like there was a message that Poke got sent through like DMs or some shit, and it was just like from Ninja's like, "On my dead grandfather, and he's recently deceased" or some shit. Was the fucking thing he used? I need to find this. Hold up. Okay.
Yes, please. Why is it whenever there's beef between Twitch streamers, it's always Ninja in there somewhere?
Main, beef.
TH free believe.
Yeah. We'll just go to this fucking website, who cares? We'll have information on it.
Pilot's got viruses.
It seems very boring. There was a hate raid or something against Pokey, and Ninja was like caught in the crossfire, it seems. But at the same time, like, it's still very funny.
Content.
Yeah. You know those generic YouTuber voice-side people like, "What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be talking over this new Twitter beef that just came out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that like don't go outside and haven't seen sunlight in like 2 years.
I love fucking Two Man got into some actual like Twitter beef.
Oh no.
Okay, so you know how he always shit posts?
Yeah.
People thought that his comments were that like serious that they thought he was shitposting the comment with a serious response because people couldn't tell until he got like really serious that he was being serious the whole time.
Yeah,
and it was a very funny thing. It was like something like, "Oh, don't trust the COVID things, blah blah blah," and then Tumo was like, "No, you should trust it, bro." Very much.
Yeah.
But it's Twitter is very very funny. Like, I love looking at cringe on Twitter so often. Wait, hold up. By Gordon, he's muted his mic. I will read out this fun thing. The official Garfield tweeted, "NFT stands for nice, finally Tuesday." And I love that. I just love Twitter being like this absolute cesspool of shit posts and people who cry about everything, and it just works too well sometimes. And I'm just like everything I fucking laugh at. Like I'm just casually scrolling through. I'm just casually throwing through one out, like just here, what I'm seeing, and there's just the Garfield thing, as I said, and then literally below is Elon Musk launching a rocket, and then right below that is The Onion. I fucking love The Onion. It's just weighted blanket sure to succeed with CBD, salt lamp, oil diffuser, air pressure mat, bath bombs, and white noise machine failed. They can't get to sleep.
I love how sometimes their titles
and then it's just this tweet. Sorry for having a fat ass. You'll get one too eventually. Thanks. Anyway. Twitter is just... Like, I think it's my favorite social media because of how much shit posts I see.
And then, Twitter is like the embodiment of chaos.
Yeah, because, like... You just see people who just hold no bounds, and then, like, you see people who are just the most cringiest motherfuckers on the planet, and when they collide, it's
amazing.
Plus L, plus ratio, plus co, plus C, plus few fell off. Like, that shit is just prevalent. And I love it. I love how fucking Jacksepticeye has been, like, on the fucking you fell off trend recently. Like, I've just been, like... Yeah, he's just been, like, shitposting, being like, you fell off, pretty much. And that's the entire fucking tweet. Fucking Twitter is amazing.
Bro, Twitter's a dumpster fire.
Twitter's a dumpster fire, and that's why it's amazing.
Bro, so I went for my learners finally.
Oh, you did?
Like a year of waiting.
Yeah.
Legitimately, the first question was a trick question. And I was reading it, and I'm like, God damn.
I want to hear the story. No. We'll be right back after the short commercial break.
God damn.
Alright.
What was I up to?
You haven't mentioned literally. You mentioned with your learners. That's about it.
Oh yeah. But so the first question was a trick question, and like I was reading through it for like 5 minutes. Like I wasn't gonna skip over the first question because I'm stubborn like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was something like, if you're on your learners, do you have to have someone with a full license who's had their license for like a full year? Do you have to have them in the car at all times? And my brain was like, full license? Yes! And it was like, no. I was... What? Like, I was looking at it. I read through it again. I'm like, what do you mean? You need someone with a full license in the car with you? And like, I read back on the question because they gave you like the like a document of all your answers and all that. I read back on it and it was something stupid. Like,
you do not need.
I wouldn't have been surprised. It threw me off like the rest of the thing. I'm sitting there like, okay. Anyway, continuing on.
So did you get it?
Yeah, I got it easily. I only got like 2 wrong.
Yeah,
one of them was a stupid question.
Yeah, the first one.
The first one too.
When I went for mine, like, I just remember, like,
suffering.
The first night I failed because I did like no study. So I came back like it was like 6 months later, and after like studying, it's just because I was like I couldn't be bothered. I didn't really need it at that time, and then I was like I might as well get it for year
13.
12. No, year 12.
It wasn't year 12.
The learners was like halfway through year 12, so I was like, I can't need it for year 13. So I was like, I got it then, the learners. But like, I just remember I skipped a question in the middle because I'm like, I'm not sure about this. And then like, I got to at the end, I'm like, I have 34 out of 35. I'll just click a random one. Oh, I got it right. Oh well. Like I didn't give a shit because I was like, oh, I'm set. I'm pretty much. I've passed either way, so I just clicked literally a random answer because on that learner. Like, and the restricted wasn't much worse. Like the restricted just driving, made
Yeah.
one critical error. I didn't look at my rearview mirror, like, on a corner, but, like,
I hit a
he
small
said
child as he was crossing the road.
almost
Who
crashed
knows?
into a car. Wasn't my fault. Not kidding.
Killed a man.
I told you the story,
Yeah.
haven't I? About
Was
me.
that when he like pulled out at some stupid
Yeah,
speed?
he pulled no, he pulled out back. He was reversing out from his driveway, but the driveway had like hedges, so you couldn't even see the car like reversing out. So he
Yeah.
was like reversing out. He was like almost on the. It was like on the street a little bit, and I'm like, oh, and afterwards I talked to the guy. I was like, did that affect anything? He's like, no, there was nothing you could do there. If you crashed into him, there was nothing you could have done there. So it's good that you
should have rammed
swerved.
him.
Because I
I would've
swerved,
rammed
but
him.
like.
Honestly, swerving is the best way to avoid it.
Just like
Unless it's like a busy road.
I'm surprised that's not like against like laws that you should trim those hedges sort of thing. Like I feel like they shouldn't have hedges there.
I feel like
you know
you
you
should.
can't see that car. He should
But, you know,
like
I
those sorts of
understand
houses.
privacy,
Either
but
they remove the hedges or he reverses in when he gets there. So when he drives out in the morning or
can
whenever he
see.
was going out, he can see. Yeah, because
like,
he
I
couldn't
understand
see.
privacy and all that, but it's just dangerous.
It's dangerous shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is coming out of like a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old. Like we're supposed to be stupid.
Supposed to be shoot. I had an existential crisis today.
Not many people would laugh about having an existential crisis, but go on.
So it was like 11. It was like 11. I was at work and I was just doing things, stacking boxes, and then there was it was just like I thought to myself, like someone mentioned like some sort of drugs rather thing, like it's like a joke, and I thought to myself,
Yeah.
I've never done any of those sorts of things. Man, I'm a fucking pussy. What am I doing with my life? Like I said, like a breakdown in my head.
As you
As,
do.
as I'm just stacking boxes. I was like legitimately like, I haven't done anything with my life. I've just been sitting here. I don't do anything with my life. I barely been out to like parties. I don't do anything. And then I'm just like 5 minutes later, I'm just thinking about like, what if I write a song where where everything can be considered racist or sexist, but only slightly. Like, my friend's name is Tyrone. He is a monkey. He's literally a monkey. He is from the zoo.
I stole him.
Like, I watch him on my seat. Like it's just, like that was the one I came up with. Like my friend Tyrone, he's a monkey. No, he's literally a monkey. He's from the zoo. Like I've just been coming up with really stupid song ideas recently that I want to make. Because, you know, I really want to make songs. No. Recently, like, every day at work, I come up with a new idea. Pretty much.
Really?
I want to...
to the gym, you came up with one like every second time.
I want to write a song that's like... Well, I want to write an album that's just literally the entire storyline of Yakuza. That's just one album.
Damn it.
Just
people that listen to that too.
Yeah, and then the other idea I had was as like an interlude in the middle of an album, where it's just me, like it's just like really calming piano, like a symphony, like really like calming shit, and it's just me like
Chapter 1. Garfield moaned seductively into the camera as Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog slowly inserted his penile into Garfield's booty hole.
like a really disgusting fan fiction. It's what I want. A really calming piano and and this is the shit I've been coming up with, and I'm very happy. I've been listening to a lot more comedy music. I'm just trying to hit out funny song ideas that I can think of, because I know for a fact I'm definitely gonna buy a MIDI keyboard not long from now, like in a couple months easily, and start working on like on the side, just release like singles.
You're in like a lecture playing the piano. Damn, that's not right.
Nope, no, not right.
He was talking about advanced trigonometry and quantum physics, and he's wrong key.
Would that sound better with a C flat or a C sharp?
You ask your classmates, like, hey, what do you think it is? And the professor's just, it's a bit high.
And I come back like 3 days later and play it. It's like, yo, this shit's fun!
Only in college.
It's yeah. I just really want to just make some music.
Yeah.
It's like the same passion right now that I want to do it as I did making videos. Like I want to make a video 2 years ago when I got my computer. Pretty much, it's the same. I can feel it's that same passion. Like I want to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
No,
now
you
I feel
end up doing it as
like
well.
making videos now. I'm like it's a bit of a chore, but it's like fun
Yeah.
still. Like I've been enjoying
Fun,
like doing
sure.
more. I've been enjoying changing some things around, sort of thing, and I'm enjoying the editing process right now. Like there's only like one thing in the video that I want to like go back and redo. There's like I
Yeah.
want to add some like animation-esque sort of thing to.
Like the Russian Badger.
No, I'm not fucking buying a $11,000 motion game. I mean,
No,
like,
I'm not saying like that. I mean, like, what are you
have you seen?
originally doing?
Okay, have you seen? I'm assuming you haven't because you don't watch my videos because you're a bitch. But
Yeah.
you watched?
You're
Did you watch the
correct.
Garfield Cut one?
I think I watched the start of it.
Okay, so did you see the bit where me and Caden were talking about the Chuck E. Cheese thing? That was like a full on animated mouth movement for like a whole minute in the video, and I
Must not have.
enjoyed that. Like I was having fun. Like near the end, I was like,
wanted to be
that video I edited in 5 days.
God damn.
And it had fucking feature-length film animate keyframing. But that was because I needed to get that out so I could work on the best of 2020 and feel good about myself. Because, like, as
Yeah.
you know, I was working on the drinking streams. I didn't like working on them. I thought they fell off. I thought they weren't funny, and I was feeling bad about.
I didn't
uploading them.
like I was answering the questions before Drunk Me was. I don't like how I got the same answers.
Like, I'm fine. Like I'm fine with them now, but like I didn't want to include like any of that in like the best of 2021 because it's like I didn't enjoy it.
Drinking and board games is good for a stream,
Not for a video.
not for videos, really.
Yeah, I've learned that lesson, and now I have like okay. I will say I have like 3 more ideas I want to try throughout this year.
Yeah.
I've already told you the one. I already told you the Secret Santa thing. But I got 2 more. I got like the basics of it, and I haven't gotten the thought process of them yet. I just want to keep them there, hold on to them, and maybe like tickle its butt when the time comes. Maybe like because like that like another one like the Jeopardy video or the PowerPoint video were both like idea like this sort of thing, like things that are not gaming video with commentary with the joke, like something that's different that has the funny. Entertaining. I kind of want to do another Jeopardy video, but like maybe not Jeopardy, maybe some other game show-esque thing.
Did I ever tell you I was in math?
Oh,
Like you know where like my class is out on the learning street for maths.
yeah, like in your little area, yeah.
There was some year 9s doing like a science for something, and some of them were watching your videos behind me, and they're like a couple meters behind me, and like one of them was like, Gordon. I turned around and I was like, yeah. And they're like, do you like drinking mud shakes? I'm like, huh? Where'd that come from? We're at school. And I heard you laugh. I'm like, oh.
That
You're watching that during science?
That wasn't like because the other thing I didn't like about it is because people were having conversations with me IRL about the drinky streams.
Yeah.
And only the drinky streams.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't like it because I was getting conversations about it when I put maybe like a third, not even a third, like a fifth of the effort in I would put in like any other video. And that's why I wasn't like enjoying it.
Those are the only videos someone's ever talked to me about, though. Like, I've been like...
I'm the thing is, though, I was confused how that got around, like, people found it.
Yeah?
For the sole reason of, I just don't know how they did.
It just appeared.
Yeah, there's
Like,
lots of...
I've done, like, what? I want to say 70, like, 60% of your videos.
Yeah, roughly. You fell off. You said like the later one.
Depression.
You haven't been shown. Well, it's not like you haven't been shown. I wanted you in the balloons video, but you just, I kind of like needed to film it then and there, and
Yeah.
I didn't expect, to be taken by mum to A&E pretty much the whole day. So, yeah.
You should have though. Like it's been like what 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the only video someone has come up to me and talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Hey Gordon, did you look at this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I was there." Yeah. Here I am. I'm right there. I'm there.
I think it's slightly paying off because my more like the last two videos have been like, I like for a good wee while, like at the end of last year I was looking at my videos and like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, like they weren't doing well. They were getting lower and lower, and then that was just making them more like 7s and 8s, and then like I was looking at I wasn't like upset about them. I'm just like, not many people are watching it.
Yeah.
I just put it out because I was like, this is funny, and I put them out, and I enjoy making. And then like around like this like before the Garfield cart video, I was like, this like I'm getting like 4s and 3s, like not as high, but like I can tell they were doing good, but like they were just always 4s and 3s, so they were always just doing like the exact same. And then like the Garfield car and like the Siege video, both of them have hit 1 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Within, well, the 1 out of 10 I haven't checked like when they hit it, but like they hit it after a week. So
Which is
they
banging.
but like early on they were like again like 3 or 4, but like they shot up, like they keep getting views. They don't just stop after a week. So they've been doing better because I've been putting more effort into making it like more interesting throughout it.
Streamlined. Not like entertaining here, boring here. Yeah.
Then apparently like the thumbnails like over the top.
They always have been though. That's the best part of it.
When this comes out, when this podcast comes out, we're gonna know like what's happening with like the next video, which is the balloons video, and everything will be out. I'm pretty sure right now. I'm just gonna say I'm pretty sure it's gonna be named after the Clash Royale as the title, and have like that as the thumbnail, pretty much.
I can smell the jokes.
Okay, I will say in the raw cut, because how I edit, right? I'm going over time. Like I kind of want to end podcast, but I'm going.
Fair enough, like an hour.
Yeah, it's definitely been an hour. When I edit, I just do a rough cut. So I'm just like, that's funny-ish, keep it. That's funny-ish, keep it. That goes on too long, but I'll keep it because then I can trim it down or whatever.
You can cut it back, yeah.
And then once I'm done like my original cut, which normally takes me till Friday normally takes me till Wednesday, so it takes me 3 days just because I'm really slow. I like to just take it slow and steady so I don't burn myself out or whatever. I can still do things. And then like I go over it again normally on the Wednesday. I normally just like, I'll go over it again. And I'm like, that joke is just shit. It's not even funny. And so then I can go from like a roughly like 20-minute video, because I know it'll be like that, or a 15-minute video, like 15 to 20 minutes is normally what the first cut is, to like a 10, normally to like a 12 to 14-minute video. Yeah. Because even the second cut, I still cut things. Like when I'm editing the clip, I'm like, because I get the subtitles, I bring them over, I'm like, oh, I can add something there, blah, blah, blah. But even, there's still the occasional clip where I'm like, that
it's on the fence.
Doesn't work. Because there's like a second silence, and then like something else is said, and then there's like a ha ha ha. I can cut that off. Or like, the balloons video, I had to do audio manipulation because there was a really good first part, and a really good last part, but the middle part was like, I think I said something stupid, and then Caden said something stupid, and I'm like, I don't want to include that. It ruins the entire flow of the clip. And then it goes back to the funny. So I'm like, I'll just manipulate the audio, bring it over a little bit, and it like saved off like 15 seconds, and I'm like, that's pretty
smooth. You are now a Jew.
But yeah, I've been enjoying editing again. Like, it comes in waves. It comes in waves. And
I still have that 7 days footage from like 2 years ago.
it comes
I'll upload it
waves
one of these days.
with how I enjoy it, because like there's like parts where I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying editing, and then there's other parts where I'm like, I would much rather be lying face down on my bed, sweating my ass off like I was like 3 days ago, and then
Bro, what do you mean? That's
enjoy
not like half
editing.
this week.
Like
Like all of last week.
yeah, it's just like when I enjoy editing, I'll get a video done like quite well. I'm only
Yeah.
halfway through editing the video, but that's just because I said to myself, I will finish it pretty much on Saturday. Like I can get like 5 minutes done on Saturday, and
Yeah.
I'm comfortable doing that for the sole reason of I like Saturdays and Sundays are really good for me editing wise because no one's awake until like lunch,
Yeah.
so I can just bang out editing pretty much from like 9 till 12.
That's a fair point. Like none of our friend group wakes up to like 12, 1.
I mean, Cooper's awake at like 6.
Cooper doesn't go to sleep.
No, he sometimes sends me fucking weird ass rants and images that like, and I look at him and I'm like, he sent me this at 4 in the morning. That means it's
Hey,
2 where he lives. That means
that's
he's
not that
still
bad.
awake at 2. I mean,
That's not that bad.
it is bad. I've been going to fucking sleep at like 10.
Yeah, but you have work.
And in the weekends, I think, what was it? I got 1 day. I only got 1 day off last week, but that's because they kind of needed me there.
Yeah.
What was it? The Saturday I got off. And like the Friday night, I think I was up till 11:30, and then I pretty much passed the fuck out. Like I don't stay up late because I know in my mind I should get up early and edit because then I am ahead. And then like if I need to, I got time to do other things. Like I can work on other projects. I can work on other ideas. I can work on like the banner I was working on. I haven't finished that because I still haven't got Brian's image because he's a rat. I also the banner's getting there. I assumed Nathaniel with that. I just pretty much stole that image of him with the KFC bucket. Yeah,
Understandable.
I just put that.
That is a very flattering image.
Yeah, so I need to work on that, but like other than that, I've got nothing I'm really working on. Apart from that secret project which I've just backlogged, I'm not. That's not.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that in like a month. 2 months.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No? Not this year? Oh,
I've
not
got
this
like
time.
it's another one of those ideas that I can work on, but like as it currently stands, like I just don't have the time to work on it right now. Well, not even like that. It's just that I know that to get to like a really good state, it would take me, like like a whole like 24 hours pretty much to get like one part of it in a really good state.
Yeah.
So and like I said, I wanted like 6 parts in it. So that's 6 full days. That's like how many hours? Like
144?
144. Yeah, 144 hours.
Give or take.
Yeah, that would the amount of time I have like it would get quicker, but still I would take so long. So I backlogged it and like
To be fair,
I
at least
still
you could do
have-
that, like whilst you're at uni.
Hold up, I'm gonna check. What do I even have for it? I'm putting this on my other screen so it's not in the recording so that I can look into it. I'm just genuinely curious. It's literally saved under secret projects. So I have 4 of them. I was working on 4 of these. One of them I gave up on, like right away, but it was pretty good. One of them was literally just the test one, so that's there. And so 2 of them I was only one of them I was actually working on because that other one I got didn't work out. Like I couldn't get the right thing to work for it, but it's still the idea. But like
You're saying that.
yeah, I got some of it to work. I got some of it I didn't, and in the end, it says what it is. I can work on it, build upon it, make it better when I actually have time to do it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end the podcast? The first ever episode of the TweeCast right now.
Can I see my family again?
Oh, you can see your family if you could somehow get me to 200 subscribers.
Fuck, shit.
That's what I thought.
Please. Please.
If you don't do it in 24 hours from when the
Jesus Christ, I'm dead. Goddamn, okay.
From the
Let's go
podcast
time rules
release,
now.
I'll increase that to 300 and I won't give you the cheeseburger bonus.
Fuck. Hey, I'm still waiting on those cheeseburgers, damn it.
I'll do it for a different subscriber thing. It's the only reason it fell out is because the moment it happened was the moment that we got put into lockdown, so I couldn't go get McDonald's cheeseburgers. Context: I was gonna do 100 sub thing where I just got cheeseburgers and then B. Gordon Nathaniel ate cheeseburgers.
He promised me food and didn't deliver.
Almost like I couldn't physically deliver. Oh, I'm 150. I was 156 like 3 days ago.
Hey, bud, goddamn.
Yo, I'm popping off!
Wow! It's all because of me.
Gordon, do you have any videos this year?
Accounts. There's been like 2.
Yeah, okay, we're ending it here. If you're still listening,
Why?
Why
have you done this to yourself?
What do you physically gain from listening to an hour and 10 minutes of me and Gordon rambling on about piss, walking, school,
Work.
videos, work? What did you accomplish, man?
What did you accomplish? Why do you exist?
Are you proud of yourself?
You proud of yourself for making this long? No, fuck you! You don't deserve to make this long. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find out who's still watching.
I'm gonna shove right here. I'll get you.
And I'm gonna pee in a bottle, full loop.
Peanut butter?
And then the bottle's gonna go on my thing over there, my drawer right behind me, and I'm gonna stick your name on it, and you're gonna have a pee bottle with your name on it. So
I'm ready for Gordon to comment a timestamp and be like, I made it to this point, where's my bottle? And then
I'm not even gonna skip through. I'm gonna watch all of it. Even though I cannot stand my own voice, I'm watching through all of it.
Okay.
Just to make that comment.
Alright. Well, that was the first episode of the TweeCast.
It's only up from here.
It's only up from here. We'll be back I'll be back in 2 weeks, potentially with a different person that's not Gordon. Sorry, Gordon.
Motherfucker. He doesn't love me anymore.